Okay, guys, I wrote this in 2016. A lot of things have changed since then, but this is true then. Busing through the capital city of Kyiv on our way to the airport on Sunday morning, our farewells accentuated by the church bells that chimed from the towers of numerous Ukrainian Orthodox Golden Church domes, calling worshippers. I watched as countless men and women wrapped in headscarves responded and made their way across the cobblestone squares to their houses of prayer. For me, it marked the end of 2 weeks of teaching English to teachers in that Eastern European country under the auspices of the International Teachers Institute, ITI. We had paid our fond farewells to the teachers we taught and to the families that provided for our homestay. Ukraine had been the setting for many such events. Richard and Arlene Dowding, our leaders who established the organization, had been going to many Eastern European countries since 1991. Archbishop Anthony, a believer and metropolitan from Melnitsky and Kamenets-Podilsky, invited them. Natasha, our tour guide, mother hen, and friend, fluent in Ukrainian, Russian, and English, had been there from the beginning. This was my third year of teaching in Ukraine. The instruction happened at a secondary school site. There were 13 instructors. 11 of them originated from Canada and 2 from Wales, consisting of college professors, musicians, elementary and high school teachers, and an evangelist. We taught 80 teachers from the city and the Oblast, province of Melnitsky. Every 5 years, Ukrainian teachers had to renew their teaching certificates. They could choose our 2-week teaching session to meet the renewal criteria. The purpose of ITI included increasing proficiency in spoken English, skills in English usage, methods for teaching English, teaching strategies for moral development, special interest seminars, and cultural exchange. We only taught teachers who were instructing English as a second language. Our first mandate was to serve as leaders for a group of 8 or 9 local teachers who taught English as a second language to kindergarten to grade 12 students. The ITI instructors taught by lecturing, using charts and PowerPoint presentations, different aspects of English such as idioms, phrasal verbs, color vowel charts, consonants, the rhythm of English, brain games, etc. We also did seminars, pronunciation games, behavior issues in classroom, multiple intelligences, etc. The second week, we used the Bible as our text and activities like readers' theater. Musicians played an important role in teaching music, teaching English, using music, and demonstrating how to intersperse lessons with a change of pace and chants. One teacher accompanied our music master with his guitar. It was a privilege to get to know the teachers, mostly women, who came to our classes dressed in their finery. Most wore spiked heels, gowns with sashes, and with their hair done up. Even those coming from the countryside, having to spend a few hours on the bus. When I inquired about protocol for dressing in their classrooms, the response was that they wanted their students to look up to them. I learned to enjoy Americano made with Nescafe espresso with 4 ounces of hot water and milk added. I'm not sure how they got the foam on top. I drank my Americano slowly, as there were no refills. Ukrainian borscht, a national cuisine, emanated a welcoming aroma in the apartment of my homestay when I walked in from teaching. The piping hot soup with a dollop of sour cream and a few slices of dark bread spelled comfort food at its best. In a minuscule kitchen the size of a walk-in closet, the accomplished Ukrainian cook produced fare that included traditional European dishes, cabbage rolls, goulash with beans and green borscht. I loved the potatoes, which had a unique flavor, roasted in the oven with a bit of oil and garlic. I enjoyed the fresh fruit that my homestay picked from the market or from the fruit stands on the street. The lush countryside was serendipity. On our trips to and from Melnitsky and other short excursions to nearby towns, picturesque views of cornfields, ripe sunflowers, and grains that flourish in Ukraine's rich soil were a delight to behold. The loam also produced an abundance of wild fruit, blueberries, peaches, apricots, plums, apples, and blackberries. Glimpses of mistletoes and stork nests provided a quick sideshow. Ukraine is steeped in history. We saw evidence in the Greek Orthodox churches, whose towers spike against the sky, cobblestones on sidewalks, and large city squares that boast and celebrate poets, authors, scientists, and war heroes with larger-than-life statues. Some, like Lenin, were removed and dumped into a nearby ditch because he lost his celebrity status. One noteworthy statue in Melnitsky is the Angel of Death, signifying the passing of many Ukrainians due to starvation during Stalin's reign. There was a 1,000-year-old Great Gate of Kiev, an independent square of the capital city. We toured sites and saw ancient relics, such as pottery from 5000 BC. Ukrainian uniqueness also lies in the marketplaces, selling everything from memorabilia to baked goods, crafts, clothing, shoes, and more. Melnitsky boasts the biggest such market in Ukraine, and people from around the countryside enjoyed its distinctiveness. In addition to sightseeing and listening to guides telling us stories as we visited sites in the surrounding towns, our main purpose, to which each member of the team was called, was to instruct teachers so they would be more effective in teaching English to their students. The Archbishop reiterated that he wanted us to be intentional about speaking God's truth in our classes. Many of the students responded to Justin Rees' invitation to accept Jesus Christ. Fitting into God's plan for me continues to be a blessing. Communication with the teachers is ongoing via email as we share lessons and talk about our memories, life, and classes. Do you have the, okay. that was a 2016 picture. And this was my first year there. I was waiting at a bus stop. Thank you.